All right, welcome back to Sort of Sophisticated. Could we say this is the podcast that would help you win at, do you remember Trivial Pursuit?
Yes, I'm horrible at that game.
Do you think that this is
It would help.
This would help. Yes. Okay, this is the podcast that would help you win at Trivial Pursuit then. Perfect. Okay, I'm Pete, and that person who was just being awesome is Amanda. Hi, Amanda.
Hello.
Welcome back. Thank you for coming to the studio for one full year.
It's a full year. It's our year anniversary.
You're the best person.
Can you believe you've been doing it for 52 weeks?
I don't know if that's good or bad. Yeah, like on the one hand, yes, I can believe it. And on the other hand, I wish I was farther along. Oh my God.
No, we're good. We're good. 52 weeks is a long time.
Give me some positive reinforcement here. I need it.
I know you were.
I know I'm usually the cheerleader.
You wanted to have 150 listeners.
I know.
By a year.
I know.
Which was very, very overzealous.
That was very aggressive.
And
aggressive goals.
We should just say thank you to everyone who listens regularly.
Hey, thank you to everyone who listens. I really appreciate that. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Yeah. Mine too.
What?
I love it.
What are we talking about today? What do we got on the agenda?
I don't know. It's almost May. So like Cinco de Mayo?
Cinco de Mayo is on the agenda, people. That is it.
We're just trying to stay relevant.
If you must know, do you want to know the actual title?
Yeah, what's the title?
Okay, the title is Cinco de Mayo, tacos, tequila, and totally misunderstood history. Because you know I love my alliteration.
You do love alliteration. But tequila. I also love tacos and tequila.
Right.
And I will admit that I totally do not understand Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
Right? Because I've heard that it's a holiday, right? Oh. But it's supposed to be Mexican Independence Day.
Oh my God. Oh, we're gonna debunk the
it's not,
no,
right?
This is perfect. No.
So then why do we celebrate? Like I feel this day I'm so conflicted.
There is so much that we're gonna learn today. This is gonna be fantastic. Okay.
I'm ready.
So basically we're just gonna sort of get into like what this is really all about. Like it's not supposed to just be some massive drunk fest here in like the United States of America. There was like... I
feel like we just make every holiday a drunk fest, but continue.
Right, totally. Okay, but I got to continue with word of the day first because, I mean, I'm not spoiling the whole thing. We have to drag this out, Amanda, into a full episode, okay? We can't just be like, Cinco de Mayo is not Mexican Independence Day.
There's history, I'm sure.
I got it.
It'll take time.
I got it. Okay, word of the day. We ready?
Yes.
Okay. Contumacious.
I'm sorry. Contumacious?
Contumacious.
Sounds like you consummate, but that's not the right.
That would be a way better word. Can I ask you a question? Did you take Latin?
My children are learning Latin.
No, but did you take Latin? Because in one of our episodes before, you were like, "Hey, Latin roots. You always go back." So I took Latin for 4 years.
Oh, I didn't. I've never taken Latin. I'm learning it right now with Addie.
It helped me a ton, like in everything.
3rd grade.
Okay, but that's why you go back to the roots of Latin. Yeah. Okay, so contumacious, not. What did you say? Consensuous?
To consummate.
No. Oh, consummate.
They're not nearly close.
Okay,
it was
whatever.
Just funny.
Right. Okay. It means rebellious. Contumacious. Being rebellious.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, whatever. Huh. All right. So that's what we got to go for. Are we ready to roll?
But isn't that what Cinco de Mayo is? A rebellion of some sort?
I
don't know. Is it?
Yes, it is. We'll be able to. Okay. I think we'll be able to use this. Thank you.
Okay, but first.
What?
Like I have to know.
Wait, do you have, are you on the edge of your seat? I have to know.
I do. Before we start.
Well, what?
Okay, so Cinco de Mayo isn't Mexican Independence Day.
It is not.
Right?
No, it is not. It never was. And spoiler alert, they don't even really celebrate it in Mexico, at all.
I didn't know that they didn't celebrate. Yes. I knew that.
Except for one place that we're going to explain where this whole thing went down. But anyway, continue. What's your question?
So why do we know it as Mexican Independence Day?
Because we're dumb Americans.
Okay, well, let's get a little sophisticated. Here we go. Sort of sophisticated. 1, 2, 3. Wait, so if it's not about Independence Day.
Yeah.
Then is this why we're going to be a little bit more cultured and curious?
Well, we're going to be cultured and curious because we got to stay true to the tagline here.
Well,
you know what I mean? Yeah. Sort of sophisticated, cultured and curious.
I think you made your jingle.
Okay, we got to jingle it.
Literally going to be the jingle.
Okay, so it's in the title, right? Like the whole reason we have to learn about this is what makes more cultured because it's totally misunderstood. The whole point that you're making, it's Mexican Independence Day. That's the thing. If we want to care more and have more self-awareness, more perspective, then we need to learn what the hell is going on in other countries. I mean, not just ours.
Even the holidays we celebrate.
Right. Step one.
Because I feel like we just sometimes go through life, right? Through the motions.
Right. We just go through motions.
We don't know.
Yes, absolutely.
Fair.
So that's one piece. And then the other thing is, I'm going to get to it later, but this sort of went down during the Civil War. So there is a global implication. There's a piece of we were having a civil war, and so some other people, France, started taking advantage of the United States, who was having a civil war, and like went down to Mexico and did some shit. So like they're like there's like a whole global implications piece of this. So again,
this is much deeper,
right,
than like one would assume.
Yes. And then, honestly, sort of at the end, back to like Trivial Pursuit, like the more shit we know, the faster we can win the game. Yay. Like,
here we are.
Let's go. So that's why it makes this culture curious. Okay.
Okay, wait, but so did it like actually start? Because we celebrate on Cinco de Mayo, which is May 5th.
Right.
Is that like the actual day, or did we butcher that too?
No, okay. No, it's the actual day. It's the actual day. Okay. You're
so
right.
the day of something.
Yes. Right. Not Mexican Independence Day. It's actually about a specific battle that went down. Okay. May 5th.
Yes.
1862 in this little town called...
A long time ago?
Yes. A very, very long time ago. Puebla, Mexico. Not Pueblo, not town. Puebla.
Okay.
Puebla with an A, Mexico.
Still there today.
It's a little town. It's a little her because it ends in A.
Still there today?
Still there. Puebla, Mexico. A Mexican army of like 4,000 soldiers like take on a French army about like 1.5 times their size.
So like 6,000?
Yeah, like 6,000.
Okay.
Yeah. Más o menos. Right,
I mean, that's...
I just threw the Spanish in there.
I don't know if that was cultural appropriation, but...
Más o menos for our listeners means more or less. Okay, just to be clear, like France at that time was like... That was Napoleon... Well, it wasn't Napoleon, but it was like Napoleon III, I think. So like France was a badass.
I'm over here like, how many Napoleons?
Okay, whatever.
Was there not just one?
All right, here's my
point.
At one point, France was the superpower, the military superpower.
Yes,
this was that time.
Okay.
And Mexico
So they were destined to lose.
Yeah, okay.
In theory.
This was David versus Goliath.
Okay.
Like, you understand this.
Yeah.
Okay.
But why was France... I mean, you said that the Civil War was happening in the U.S.
Yes.
So then France decided to take advantage and invade Mexico.
France, right.
But why?
Why? Okay, I had to look that up because I had no idea why, right? Because I was just like...
I still don't have an idea.
Googling the Battle of Puebla with an A. Okay, so the French were hoping to like get like an emperor guy in charge of Mexico. Okay, so here's why. So Mexico actually owed France money because Mexico was just coming out of this whole civil war that they had, and the only way to like support a civil war is to go borrow money. They borrowed money from like England and like a few other countries, but like France was like a main one too that they borrowed from. So France was pissed
because they were developing.
Yes. So yes. So France was like, no. Like, if you can't pay me back, then dumb shits, we're coming down there and we're going to put like an emperor.
Owing you. Yep.
We're going to put an emperor guy in charge.
We're calling our note. Yeah.
We're going to do the whole colonializing,
Colonialism.
colonialism, that thing, right? And then honestly, Mexico they got a little like contumacious, if I may say so, right? Rebellious.
Wow.
I just did that.
Well played.
That was so fast.
Well played.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting that.
It just popped right in.
There.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, thanks for listening. If you like this content, subscribe, leave a review, and share with us your episode ideas. We'll pretend like they're ours and pass them off as our own. If you like this short and want to watch another, click here. If you want to catch a whole episode, click here.